If you're eating organic food, why is glyphosate still in your body? Are we paying for a pretty sticker or feeding a 60 billion industry scam? According to a CDC report, 80% of urine samples from Americans contain glyphosate, the herbicide your neighbor sprays on weeds, something that kills everything it touches, possibly even nerve cells in your brain. Organic food has spread like wildfire. Mothers, seniors, millions of Americans paying premium for a label that says organic, believing it means healthy living. But does it? You might want to sit down for this. In this video, we'll reveal 10 organic products to throw out. Watch until the end to see. 2 you must buy. 10 organic frozen dinners. That organic label slapped on a TV dinner. You see it and think you're winning at healthy eating. An organic label doesn't magically make processed food nutritious. Yet, millions of Americans reach for these boxes weekly, convinced the green sticker means health. Here's the reality. These frozen meals are loaded with sodium, 800 to 1,200 milligram per serving. That's half your daily limit in one tiny box that barely fills a dinner plate. A 2022 Consumer Reports analysis tested 40 organic frozen dinners. The result, 92% exceeded 600 milliliters of sodium per serving. The FDA's threshold for high sodium foods, 3 meals and you've hit your daily limit. For seniors managing blood pressure, or anyone watching heart health, that's a sodium bomb disguised as convenience. They're packed with organic preservatives, which are still preservatives. Organic sodium benzoate is still sodium benzoate. Organic citric acid is still citric acid. The organic label just means these chemicals came from certified sources, not that they're absent. And the vegetables, they've been sitting frozen for months, sometimes over a year, slowly losing nutrients the entire time. Vitamin C degrades. B vitamins break down. By the time you microwave that meal, you're eating expensive plant material with a fraction of the nutrition it had when harvested. You're paying $6 to $8 for a meal. That leaves you hungry an hour later and gives you enough sodium to make your ankles swell by bedtime. The word organic on processed food is marketing genius, not health genius. Real food doesn't need a complicated ingredient list, organic or not. 9. Organic granola. The breakfast that convinced an entire generation it was eating healthy while consuming dessert. Even organic granola is a sugar bomb wrapped in a health halo. A typical serving contains 12 to 18 grams of sugar, 4 to 6 teaspoons, before milk or yogurt, organic cane, sugar, or organic honey. Your body doesn't distinguish. Sugar spikes blood, glucose the same way regardless of source. The deception runs deeper. Serving sizes are a quarter cup. Most people pour at least a cup. That's 448 to 72 grams of sugar. Here's how bad it is. In 2020, researchers analyzed 50 popular granola brands. What did they find? The average granola had more sugar per serving than a glazed donut. 78% of granas marketed as healthy breakfast exceeded the daily added sugar limit in one serving. Even organic varieties, 16 gram of added sugar, more than a crispy cream donuts, 10 grams. You're literally eating dessert and calling it breakfast. The organic dried fruit, concentrated, sugar. The chocolate chips, still chocolate. You're starting your day with a blood sugar crash waiting to happen, craving more sugar by 10 a.m. for seniors managing diabetes. This isn't breakfast. It's a health crisis in a bowl. Granola is cookies disguised as health food. The organic label just makes those cookies cost more. Eating granola for breakfast and wondering why you're starving by 10 a.m. Drop a comment if this just explained your morning crash. 8. Organic, plant-based meat. Alternatives. If this is helping you see through the organic marketing machine, hit that subscribe button now for more truth about what's really in your food. Organic plant-based, burgers, sausages, fake chicken nuggets, these products are the processed food, industry's greatest scam, and people are falling for it because it says organic and plant-based on the package. The ingredient list reads like a chemistry experiment. Organic pea protein isolate, organic expeller pressed canola oil, organic methyl cellulose, organic yeast, extract, organic natural flavors, which can mean dozens of different chemicals, organic or not. A 2021 analysis, comparing plant-based meats to real meat, revealed something shocking. The average plant-based burger contains 18 to 20 ingredients. Real grass-fed beef 1 ingredient beef. Yet somehow the ultra-processed version with 20 ingredients gets marketed as the natural choice, while actual meat gets demonized. Here's what really stings. These products cost more than actual organic meat. You're paying premium prices for processed plant proteins when you could buy real organic vegetables, beans and lentils for a fraction of the cost and get actual nutrition without the processing. The irony is painful. People choose plant-based thinking they're avoiding processed food. Instead, they're buying some of the most ultra-processed products on the market. The organic label doesn't change that reality. 7. Organic fruit juice. Organic fruit juice. Parents pour this for their kids thinking they're providing healthy vitamins. Instead, they're serving liquid candy with a vitamin C sticker on it. Here's the reality. An 8 ounces glass of organic apple juice contains about 24 grams of sugar. 8 of Coca-Cola, 24 grams of sugar. The difference is basically zero when it ohms to how your body processes it. But tea's natural fruit sugar. Your pancreas doesn't care. Sugar is sugar. Whether it came from organic apples or a factory, it still spikes insulin and gets stored as fat if you're not burning it off immediately. And here's what makes this worse. When you juice fruit, you remove all the fiber. Fiber slows down sugar absorption and keeps you feeling full. Without it, you're mainlining fructose into your bloodstream. All the sugar of eating 4 apples with none of the benefits, the vitamins they advertise. Most juice is pasteurized, which destroys heat-sensitive vitamins. Companies add synthetic vitamins back in later. You're drinking organic sugar water with lab-made vitamins sprinkled in. For children, this is particularly devastating. Their smaller bodies process sugar differently. Daily juice consumption has been linked to increased risk of childhood obesity and early insulin resistance. The American Academy of Pediatrics now recommends limiting juice to 4 ounces per day for kids under 6. Most parents pour 2 to 3 times that amount. Fruit juice is one of the most successful marketing cons in food history. Organic doesn't make it healthy, it makes it expensive sugar. Water. 6. Organic protein bars. Organic protein bars sitting in the checkout aisle promising convenient nutrition. Most of them are glorified candy bars with protein powder dusted on top. Look at the ingredient list. Sugar appears 3 or 4 times under different names. Organic brown rice, syrup, organic cane sugar, organic honey, organic dates. They're layering different sugars so none of them appear first on the ingredient list. It's a labeling trick, and it works because most people don't read that carefully. A typical organic protein bar contains 15 to 20 grams of sugar. Some have even more. For reference, a Snickers bar has 20 grams of sugar. You're eating a Snickers bar that costs $3.50 instead of $1, convinced it's health food because it says organic and has 10 grams of protein. That protein often comes from organic soy protein isolate or organic whey protein isolate, heavily processed proteins, not whole food sources. Your body doesn't absorb isolated proteins as efficiently as it does whole food proteins from actual meat, eggs, or legumes. And the organic chocolate, coating still chocolate. The organic peanut butter mixed with organic palm oil and organic sugar. Every component might be organic, but you're still eating processed junk that belongs in the candy aisle. For seniors managing blood sugar, these bars spike glucose, just like candy. For athletes thinking they're fueling performance, they're getting expensive sugar with minimal nutritional benefit. The protein content doesn't justify the sugar load. Protein bars are candy bars with better marketing. Candy bars disguised as protein. Hit subscribe to see which other organic products are scamming health-conscious shoppers. 5. Organic, sweetened yogurt. Go back to 1980. Yogurt came in small glass containers, plain and tangy. Your grandmother bought it from the dairy section, added her own fresh berries, maybe a drizzle of honey, if she was feeling indulgent. That was yogurt. Cultured milk with live bacteria. Simple, real. Fast forward to today. Organic yogurt with fruit on the bottom or mixed throughout. Sounds like progress, right? You're eating pudding disguised as health food. A single serving container of organic fruit. Yogurt can contain 20 to 30 grams of sugar. 6 to 8 sugar cubes in a tiny cup marketed as breakfast. The organic, strawberries or blueberries mixed in. They're swimming in organic sugar syrup. The actual fruit content is minimal, often less than 2% of the product. Even Greek organic yogurt versions that advertise extra protein are loaded with sugar. You're getting 12 grams of protein, but you're also getting 22 grams of sugar. That's not a fair trade. You're spiking your blood sugar while getting some protein. Here's what happened. The yogurt industry discovered that Americans raised on sugary cereals and sodas wouldn't eat traditional yogurt. Too sour, too tangy. So they transformed yogurt from a fermented health food into dessert. They added organic cane sugar, organic fruit, syrups, organic flavoring. The probiotic benefits remained, but the sugar load turned a health food into a metabolic bomb. A 2019 study published in BMJ analyzed over 900 yogurt products sold in UK supermarkets. The findings were damning. Organic yogurts averaged 13.1 grams of sugar per 100 grams, classified as high sugar by government standards. Children's organic yogurts even worse at 14.2 grams per 100 grams. Researchers concluded that yogurt marketed as healthy was contributing to childhood obesity and dental decay rather than preventing it. And those organic yogurt drinks even worse. They're basically melted ice, cream in a bottle with probiotics thrown in. The sugar content is astronomical, sometimes 35 to 40 grams per bottle. You're better off eating actual ice cream, because at least then you know you're eating dessert. The problem is plain. Organic yogurt tastes sour because that's what real yogurt tastes like. Companies load it with organic sugar to make it palatable to taste buds, conditioned to expect everything to taste like dessert. They're not selling you yogurt anymore. They're selling you the idea of yogurt while delivering candy. For families giving this to children daily, it's training young palates to crave excessive sweetness. For seniors managing weight, the sugar content sabotages every dietary effort. The probiotic benefits companies advertise get overshadowed by the metabolic damage from all that sugar. Plain organic yogurt exists. You can add your own fruit, control how much sweetness goes in, but that requires effort companies bet you won't. 4 organic veggie chips and straws. Organic veggie chips and straws. Pictures of carrots and spinach on the bag, the word veggie right there in the name. Parents buy these for their kids, thinking they're sneaking vegetables into snack time. Are they? Not even close. You're buying fried starch with vegetable powder dusted on. Here's what these really are. The first ingredient is usually organic potato starch or organic cornstarch. Then comes organic oil. Then comes organic vegetable powder, which means they took actual vegetables, dehydrated them, ground them into powder, and added just enough to color the chip and claim vegetables on the label. The actual vegetable content is minuscule, usually around 5% or less. The rest is starch and oil. You're eating fried, organic, nothing shaped like healthy food. It's brilliant marketing but terrible nutrition. And the portion sizes are deceptive. The bag shows a serving size of about 12 chips for 130 calories. Most people consume half the bag, which means 400 to 500 calories of fried organic starch with virtually no nutritional value. These chips have about the same nutritional profile as regular potato chips. Actually, regular potato chips might be better because at least potatoes contain some vitamin C and potassium. These veggie chips are just starch shaped into marketing genius. For children, parents think they're providing vegetables. Instead, they were teaching kids that vegetables come fried and shaped like chips. For anyone watching calories, the serving sizes mislead you into consuming far more than intended. The organic label doesn't change the fact that this is junk food. Hit subscribe to see which other health foods are marketing lies, but fried starch shaped like health food is bad enough. Wait until you see what fermented drinks are hiding behind probiotic promises. 3. Organic kombucha with added sugar. Organic kombucha, the fermented tea that took over health food stores and convinced people that drinking something that tastes like vinegar mixed with juice is good for them. In its pure form, kombucha does have some benefits. But most commercial organic kombucha sold in stores is loaded with added sugar that negates any probiotic benefits. Real kombucha is made by fermenting sweet tea with a SCOBY culture. The bacteria and yeast consume most of the sugar during fermentation, leaving you with a tart, slightly fizzy drink with beneficial probiotics. That authentic kombucha tastes harsh to most people. So, what do companies do? They add organic juice and organic cane sugar after fermentation to make it taste better. Suddenly, your probiotic drink has 12 to 20 grams of sugar per bottle. Some brands have even more. Are you drinking probiotics or sugar water with probiotics floating in it? Here's the problem. Sugar feeds bad bacteria in your gut. So, you're consuming probiotics to improve gut health while simultaneously feeding bad bacteria with sugar. Does that make sense? It's like trying to clean your house while someone follows behind, throwing trash on the floor. And these bottles cost $4 to $5 each. You're paying premium prices for what? Organic sugar water with fermented tea mixed in. For gut health, organic sauerkraut or kimchi provide probiotics without the sugar load. For hydration, water is free. The worst part, unflavored, unsweetened organic kombucha exists. It's cheaper and actually beneficial, but it tastes like sour vinegar, so most people won't drink it. Companies know this, so they load it with organic sugar and charge you more for the privilege. 2. Organic packaged olives. Organic, pre-washed, pre-packaged olive mixes. They seem convenient and healthy. You're paying $5 to $7 for a bag of leaves that cost pennies to grow, and half of them are already wilted. By the time you open the bag, here's what happens to these salads. They're harvested, washed in chlorinated water, even though they're organic, then packaged in plastic bags, with modified atmosphere packaging. That means they pump special gases into the bag to keep the lettuce from browning too quickly. Sounds natural and organic. By the time you buy that bag, those leaves have been cut for several days. Cut lettuce loses nutrients rapidly. Vitamin C degrades. Folate breaks down. You're eating expensive plant material with a fraction of the nutrients it had when it was first harvested. And the convenience factor, you still have to wash it again even though it says pre-washed. Multiple outbreaks of E. coli and Salmonella have been traced back to pre-washed organic salads. The washing process at the facility isn't perfect, and those bags create the perfect moist environment for bacteria to multiply. Here's what makes this worse. You can buy a whole organic head of lettuce for $2. It stays fresh in your fridge for over a week. You tear off what you need, wash it, and eat it within minutes of cutting. Maximum nutrients, maximum freshness, lower cost. But that requires 30 seconds of effort. So people pay triple for convenience and get inferior nutrition. These bagged salads also create massive plastic waste. Every week, you're throwing away a plastic bag and a plastic clamshell. The environmental cost adds up while you're paying premium for degraded nutrition. One, organic strawberries. Conventional are actually safer. Think organic strawberries are cleaner than conventional? They're often more contaminated, and it's completely legal. This is the #1 organic food you should avoid.